Charlie King here with you, Director of Instruction at Reynolds Plantation, and this is a special week because it is Masters Week. And I hope you all are as excited as I always get this time of year, because the Masters is really what got me into golf ultimately, or got me in the golf business. And so I was, my last year in college, wasn't sure what I was going to do. My best friend from college had tickets, his grandparents had tickets to Augusta to the Masters, and he invited me to go, which was a special thing for sure. We loaded up and went there, got to go half a day Saturday, got to go Sunday. I was there when Larry Mize chipped in to beat Greg Norman, so I was there live to see that. And that experience, 2 weeks later, I was asked if you could do anything and there was no limit on what you could do, what would you choose? And so I said, hey, I'd win the Masters. Wild-haired dream, certainly didn't happen, but it moved me in a direction that led me into the golf business, and I'm very thankful for that. So it's always a special week when it's Masters Week, and this is a pretty special week too. I hope you can see all the way behind me here is the clubhouse here at the Oconee, and it's reopened. We had a fire about 1.5 years ago, August 3rd of 2009, and we've got the clubhouse is built back and better than ever, and it's great to have that here as well. The weather this week is going to be fantastic, and we're expecting a really a great week at Augusta. Now, one thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and have a little impromptu Masters contest. So all you're going to need to do is put 3 names, the 3 people that you think are going to do the best, in the comment section below the video here, which is on the blog. And you're going to put those 3 names, and we're going to, at the end of the Masters, we're going to total up the winnings and figure out who's the winner. And the winner is going to get a copy of the Red Zone Challenge and is going to get a video analysis with me via our V1 system. So we're going to get you to send in a video, and I'm going to analyze it and send it back to you. So all that put together is a $100 value for just putting the 3 people that you think are going to win, do the best in the Masters, right below in the comment section. So go ahead and do it. It'll be fun, and we'd love to have you involved with that. My picks, I'm going to pick my 3. So I'm really going off the ledge here. I'm going to pick Tiger. He does good at the Masters, and I expect really good things out of Tiger. I'm going to pick, and this is a dark horse because I know his teacher, I'm going to pick Bo Van Pelt. So that's a dark horse that you might not have thought of. And I am going to pick Phil Mickelson. So only one off the chart pick there. Well, I don't know, Tiger may be nowadays, for all I know. We'll see how that goes. But I'm going to pick Tiger, Bo Van Pelt, and Phil Mickelson. You pick your 3. Put them down below in the comment section. For those of you who are members at Reynolds who get this newsletter, we have the member coaching program starting on Tuesday, April the 4th, and so you will probably have gotten this video before then and gotten this email before then. So we're going to have that. Just call in 706-467-1660 for details on that. We look forward for those who have been part of it in the past or maybe haven't but want to get involved. It's a great way to supplement what you're working on. We have a practice session every week. You have a chance to work at the short game area this year twice a week on Tuesday and Wednesday. Look forward to having you in that. Those of you who are on this list, keep in mind, I've told you in the past, you may or may not have remembered, but when you're part of our email list, you get $300 off one of our golf schools. So make sure our golf schools are going great. We're getting rave reviews. People are getting a lot better at golf because of them. And the reason they're getting better, they're immersed in it for 3 days. So if you want to get your year off to a really good start, you should take a look at coming to one of the Reynolds Golf Academy golf schools. We've got the Reach Your Potential 3-day school, and we've got the Red Zone school, the 2 3-day schools. All right, the tip for this month. I've railed on this before, and I'm going to rail on it again. And I know all about it because this was me. One of the worst things you can think, one of the worst things you can be told, is that as it's time to hit the golf ball, that you should go down the line as far as you can, and that will help you hit it better and straighter. Couldn't be any farther from the truth. From going down the line, I've got tendonitis in my right arm because my right arm would straighten as I would try to take the club down the line. It would snap. I still have tendonitis because of my down the line years. It leads to the bottom of the circle ends up not in the right place. And I know this video is kind of cutting me off a little bit about the knees. So when the club goes up, if you go down the line, then it doesn't bottom out, so you don't hit it very solid. And when you go down the line, the club face doesn't square up. It either stays open and goes to the right, or some of the biggest hooks you can hit, those of you who fight the hooks, if you're trying to go down the line to fix it, that's actually the reason you're hooking it worse, is because of the down the line. So the thing I want you to think about, I want you to take the club, I want you to turn it over. And if you were doing this drill, we call it the swoosh drill, and you were getting the swoosh to be as loud as possible, your arm, if you were doing it with your right arm, you would do this. You would fold the elbow a little bit, you would hinge the wrist. You wouldn't straighten your arm and extend your arm down the line. When you do that, you're creating a nice circle. That circle will bottom out more consistently. When you turn the club over, your arms are going to look something like this. So it's got a little bit of extension, but not hyperextension. So hyperextension is what you want to stay away from. That's what happens to so many people. If you've noticed that as you come to impact, your knee dips through impact, that's a sign that you're a down the line golfer. So if your right elbow's hurting, if your knee dips through impact, then you need to have the feeling that your arms tug back to you a little bit and not stretch this way. And another thing I'll tell you about that is, for those of you who don't believe me, who say, Charlie, this, I've heard it from great players and they talk about going down the line, you're wrong. Think about this. If you were going to kick a field goal, would you take your leg and stretch it down the line? The answer is no, you wouldn't. And what you do is you would pop the energy, you would explode the energy into the football, and the ball would jump off of your foot. So in golf, what's happening is, if you've got two forces going in the same direction, so the club's going that way and so are you pushing it, then there's no crack of the whip, there's no pop of the towel. So when you get here and your upper arms tug back to you, it cracks the whip, it leads to better timing, you'll hit the ball better. So do the swoosh drill and notice how your arms tug back to you. Hit some shots where you feel your arms, and again, assuming you don't have them all crunched in already, but if you've got the problem of down the line, bring your arms back in an inch or 2 inches and just see if you don't start hitting the ground in the right place and hitting it more solid, and your right arm tendonitis will start to not hurt so bad. You know, ever since I quit going down the line, I actually am not injured playing golf. So let's get rid of down the line. Let's get the idea to be better. The club head extends my arms. I don't. I tug this way. It's a little tug of war. Club head's pulling this way. I'm pulling this way. And then it looks like an even Steven tug of war. Don't lose the tug of war by stretching your arms along with the club. So that's it for this month. Masters Week coming right now this week. And there's your tip for the week. And it's always great to get a chance to talk to you about golf. And here's hoping that this is your year for better golf. And we're going to turn you all into the most skillful golfers going.